my father was one of 17 children from 3 different fathers, one mother, 3 different fathers, right?
Good woman.
Yeah. So he had, and all his brothers had weird names. Like, so my uncle Chick, as his name was Frank, but they ended up calling him Chick. Uncle Chick was a bartender and got beat up and robbed in Brooklyn where he was bartending. And my uncle Rich was a bona fide hitman. He wasn't really my uncle. He was my father's cousin. But one day, for some reason, 5 years old, my mom left me in dad's care. You know, dad's not a stable guy. If you know my father, I mean, he's fucking off the walls crazy. He's not the kind of person you would leave with a 5-year-old anyway, ever. But she left me with him. I'm hanging out with him, and Uncle Rich comes over, and he's pissed off about my Uncle Chick getting beat up and robbed. And he called my father and said, you know, we got to do something about this. And my father's getting worked up, and I could just see this. And they're both starting to lose their temper. And then they said, that's it, let's go. And they threw me in the back of the car, and we drove to Brooklyn, which was about 45 minutes from my house. And we get to Brooklyn, and it's getting to be nighttime now, and it's summer. It's hot in the middle of the summer. And they lock the doors, and they say, stay in the car, don't get out, no matter what. And the car's running. And so they go into this bar, and I remember getting, antsy, like, what's going on in there? I'm a little scared, and it's late at night, and it's getting dark, and it feels like late to a little kid, 5 years old. And I remember just watching the bar they went in, and all of a sudden just hearing the shot, bang, 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 bang. And Dad and Uncle Rich come running out, and my father's got a spare key. He opens the door, he hops in, and he starts taking off. And that's when bullets start flying at the car. I mean, coming like sparking in the road and stuff. And they're like, get down, and bullets flying, hitting mirrors and stuff. And it was like Wild West in Brooklyn, going down Atlantic Avenue and just freaking out. And that was my life. Is a lot of crazy shit like that, because my Uncle Rich took a liking to me at that point. Again, he's not my real uncle; he's my father's cousin, but bona fide hitman whose father was a hitman back in the original, like 20s, 30s, 40s mafia, and made man and all that kind of stuff. And I remember Uncle Rich just like taking me to his house and hang out with him and his father, and I would hang out with his son Philip and ask him questions about what was going on with his, because they never would allowed to say the word death around the old man, because that would trigger the old man and make him crazy. And I never understood what that meant. And then one day Philip told me about the history of and numbers, like, and probably exaggerated numbers, but heavy body count numbers and all that kind of stuff. Yeah. That was my initiation to, at 5 years old, to the life I would expect to be growing up.